It's needless to say that they're good looking, they're smart, and they can really show.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Before we go ahead and begin our ceremony, and before I speak anymore, let me just introduce myself. My name is Gregory Bruner. I'm the Senior Associate Dean here. And what I would like to express is our sincere thanks to your families and to you for entrusting your education here with us at Stritch. All of us here, the faculty or administrators, educators, basic scientists, all of our affiliate community faculty all take great pride in having the opportunity to help educate you. And we thank your parents for the fantastic set of chromosomes that they gave you, which made that job a lot easier. So once again, thank you very much. We're very proud of you. I'd like to go ahead and introduce our Dean of Student Affairs, Terry Ronsky, who would like to give you some important numbers and statistics. Dean Ronsky.
Good morning, everybody. It's so nice to see you here with your families. We have been working toward this day for the last 4 years, intensely, as you know, for the last year, so it's really wonderful to share it with you. It's my privilege every year to give you a little bit of background as to who you are collectively. The class of 2011 is 50-50 men and women, so we're keeping that parity going. Everybody in this class sought a residency. No one is delaying for other training or educational activities. About 10% of the class matched earlier through other programs, military, what we call the early match process for ophthalmology and urology. So some of those people have been sitting pretty for a couple of months now, knowing where they're at. About 5% of your class went through a second match this week to try to get things nailed down. That went very successfully. I cannot tell you the grace under pressure, the decisiveness, and the ability to make decisions, how that went. So they did a very, very good job. So we're really happy about that. So everybody in the class now has some place to go. Your class is very eclectic. There are 27 different specialties that you're entering. That's up a little bit. 33% of you are staying within primary care, medicine, family medicine, med-peds. There are some other specialties that were very highly sought after within this class. 8% of you, anesthesiology, 6% emergency medicine, 7% OB-GYN, 6% each for orthopedics and general surgery. That little cluster is about a third of the class right there. You're staying in the Midwest, but you're also going elsewhere. The number of you that are staying in the Midwest is about 54%, and that continues to go down a little bit. However, the number that are staying here at Loyola is pretty static for the last 3 years. 17% of you ain't going nowhere. We have more of you going east, 17% of you. And I guess the blizzard of 2011 did us in because 11% of you are going to the south, which is up for us. And 17% are going to the west somehow. So the residencies you have captured are really wonderful. You've done well collectively and individually. Now I have to do one piece of formality, and that is I have to read you the code of conduct of the match. So bear with me, it's very short, but I have to read it to you. It says, by registering for the match and submitting a rank order list, you have established a commitment to accept an appointment at the program to which you match. The match, therefore, is binding. Attempts to decline an appointment are a breach of ethics and of the match policies and are subject to serious sanctions. Amen. Let me tell you the procedure before I have Dr. Gamelli address you. We have envelopes on tables ringing the atrium, A through C, D through H, J through M, M through SH, SI through Z. When the time comes, you may go and pick up your envelope. Everyone who's receiving their appointment today has an envelope. If you matched earlier, you will not have an envelope unless you are securing your first year position today, in which case you will have an envelope. Also, we have something unique this year. Apparently, in your first year, you wrote a letter to yourself. The fledgling young M1 medical student wrote a letter to yourself for Match Day 2011. Christine Schroeder Christine has kept those in her locker hermetically sealed for the last 4 years. We had about, I don't know, maybe 15 letters or so that you entrusted to her. If you wrote yourself a letter, it's attached to your match envelope. We would love to know what the young physician in training is telling the about to be physician in training. I can use right now. After Dr. Gamelli offers his comments and toast, you may go and pick up your envelope, open it when you want, where you want, with whom you want. There is not a public display of this, so you can choose how you want to do it publicly or not. We are very, very proud of you. Enjoy your moment. Dr. Gamelli.
So let me congratulate the class of 2011 and thank the families for your confidence in us and entrusting these great young people to us over the last 4 years. They are a spectacular group. And each year, you might think that someone who's been doing this now for I don't want to tell you how many years would find this old. It is not old. It is invigorating to be a faculty member, and particularly invigorating to be a faculty member here at Stritch and work with such talented people all through our administration, all through our faculty, and all through the colleagues that we work with in the hospital. They have the opportunity to educate your sons and daughters. It is the beginning of a journey for them that has now taken on another great step. Somewhat of a scavenger hunt. They're all right. Next year we're going to have to play those bottles. And they're going to start dancing again. The next sort of journey, like a scavenger hunt, is in those envelopes. So everyone's going, I need to shut up. Just open the damn envelopes. Attention is good. Anxiety will heighten your endorphins in this whole process. So we're going to do a little bit of that for a moment. But in all seriousness, and speaking to the class, you have the next phase of continuing to earn the privilege to do something that many aspire to and few succeed in doing, which is to take the life of some other person in your hand and be the responsible individual for that. And it is a privilege. You have met some people who think it's a right. It is not a right. It is a privilege. And today, you get the key to the next stage of that and doing that. It is something to be respected. It is something to be honored, which I know we have talked considerably about here at Stritch. And we hope that the role models we've attempted to be will in some way empower you to do that. Life is sort of like love. It's not a perfect journey, but it is well worth the journey traveling. And this journey is certainly well worth traveling, because in the end, you're going to be able to do things for people in ways that no one else can ever do for them, which is to make them well, save their lives, give them back their family members, or comfort them in times of great distress in a way that no one else can. That's what's ahead of you. That's that great opportunity. So let me toast the class of 2011 to be all that you can, because you will be, and to never forget today. You're here.